What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back here with another realistic rebuild, and today we have ourselves the Toronto Raptors out in the Eastern Conference, of course, as they're one of the teams that I find very interesting going into this season. The reason why I say that, because the Raptors are loaded with talent, but it almost seems like you just don't know where they will finish. I could see them being a playoff team. I could also see them missing the playoffs entirely. So let's go ahead and jump in, talk about the Raptors, and do this new look Toronto Raptors rebuild in NBA 2K26. I just said new look Raptors rebuild, which makes no sense. This is actually a realistic rebuild of the Raptors right now, of course, going into the season. But before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. We're on the road to 50,000 subs, so if you are new around here, want to help us out, that would be awesome. So, looking at this Raptors squad, like I said, they do have some talent. You got Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram, you got RJ Barrett, IQ, Jakob Poeltl, Grady Dick, Sandro, Ogbo. There is definitely some guys to be excited about, and of course CMB, they're a lottery pick. So this will be an interesting season to see where the Raptors really end up, because the East should be wide open in theory, with obviously the Pacers and the Celtics having injuries. The Bucks, lost Dame because they had to waive him. They had Miles Turner. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, they should be a team that you would think would make the playoffs, but you could also see them missing it entirely, is what I'm trying to say. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate year number 1, and I just want to simply see what 2K thinks about this team. Are they going to be a playoff team, or are they going to be a non-playoff team? What does 2K think? And then, of course, RJ Barrett is, he's not expiring. So he actually has 2 years left in his deal. So I think eventually when he's an expiring deal, we can maybe make a big move there. But I, for now, don't mind him off the bench. That way, Ingram, Grady Dick, and IQ, we definitely have some spacing with Dick. And then quickly, and of course, Ingram can shoot the 3 balls sometimes when he chooses to. But okay, let's simulate year number 1. Let's see how this Raptors team's going to do. Already have an injury. Not good, but I will see you guys at the end of year 1. Where does 2K measure this team? And then we'll kind of reflect from there. So at the end of year 1, Jokic is your MVP. Rookie of the year goes to Cooper Flag. Russell Westbrook is your 6th man. Wemby is your depoy. Nemius is your most improved, and Desmond Bane clutch player. Mike Brown and the Knicks went 70-12, which is wild. And Alexander Pennell and the Warriors won executive was 60-22. Here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team, All defensive first team, and All defensive second team, All rookie first and All rookie second team. So we end up as the 6th seed in the East, which is kind of interesting because for a moment there, it looked like we were going to miss or be in the play-in, and then we just got the 6th seed, and as you can see, it was kind of a tight race, which this could be how the East is next year. I don't know about 70-12 for the Knicks. Like, they are a good team, but 70-12 is just really tough to accomplish in general. And Chicago being 51-31 as the 2nd seed also doesn't really make a ton of sense. But if we look at the player stats, you had 21 from RJ Barrett, 18 from Brandon Ingram, 17 from Scotty Barnes, which were going in hurt with IQ and Barnes both hurt, so that's not good. And yeah, 2 of our starters are out going to these playoffs, which is not a great sign. We get Cleveland in round 1, so I'd have to imagine that we're more than likely going to get bounced here pretty quickly. No pun intended on IQ on our roster, but RJ Barrett steps in, so at least we have depth there, and Ingram sliding to the 4. So, I mean, it's possible we could find a way to get a couple games here, but more than likely we're going to get, well, we do win game 1, so maybe I shouldn't doubt us too much. 34 from Ingram. Game 2, they do even it up, though. So we get 1 on the road. Now we need to hopefully take care of home court. And we do win our first home court game. So I should be giving us... Oh, IQ's back. Okay. I didn't know he'd be back this soon, but he is. Jakob's hurt now. Barnes is out, and RJ Barrett and Barnes are both out for us right now. But at least we get our starting point guard back, even though he's still a little hurt. Game 4 goes to Cleveland. They blow us out big time there. Not a good win at all. But okay, let's go on the road in game 5 and see if we can steal it. And we may force a game 7. Or we're at least going to a game... Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. I jinxed it. Okay, so we're going to lose in 6. Or no, wait. It's not over yet. What am I talking about? We got to force a game 7 now. I jumped the gun. I thought that was game 6 for some reason. But all right, can we come out here and force a game 7 like I was talking about? I didn't jump the gun too fast. And yeah, we will force a game 7. See, I was just foreshadowing. Hey, Barnes played too, so he's back. So I was just foreshadowing what was going to happen. We might be somewhat healthy here. Okay. Barnes is not fully himself yet, but we'll take it. Now losing RJ does suck, but he wasn't one of our starters, which, again, I still hate to not have him here. But game 7 on the road in Cleveland. I mean, we're pushing this team to the limit, which is a great sign of things to come. But can we win this series? And it is going to go to Cleveland, which Yeah, that does make sense. We're going to lose in 7 games to the Cavs, but to me, that's a good start, a good fighting start. I do want to make this team better, probably by using RJ Barrett's expiring. Got the Knicks and the Mavericks, and the Knicks will go on and win it all after they go 70-12, so shout out to them. For the lottery, of course, we are going to be outside the lottery now. Jazz get number 1. We'll be picking at number 15, so we actually might be able to get a good player there as well, so that'd be nice if we can maybe do that. And then Darko will remain the head coach. Do I want to trade this pick? No. I think outside the lottery, though, I think we could actually get somebody pretty solid. So that's what I'm going to hope to get in this draft. So, of course, not going to get one of the top 3 guys or anything, as Dame Star goes 1. DeBanza goes, Boozer goes, and then Peterson goes. Do I get like a lucky like Dash Daniels falling all the way in my lap? More than likely I don't. Yeah, he goes number 6. So that was just way too unrealistic to expect. But one thing I am noticing, unless... Oh, no, he's right there. I was about to say, I think Nate may have fell to us, but no, not at all. Now, we do have Chris, though, and Darius. So there is some really good options here. Now, which one do we want is the question. I have taken Chris in a couple of videos already, but I won't deny that our center position could use some help. And Jakob Poeltl, of course, is going to only continue to regress. But I do think I'm going to take Darius here. I'm going to bring in Darius here at this selection at 15. And Chris would have been nice too, but I feel like I've gotten him a lot more lately than I've gotten, of course, Darius. So at pick 15, I feel like we'll walk away pretty nice. He's going to be a 75 overall, going to play right away for us. So welcome to Toronto. We get a nice backup 5 maybe in the future. In the second round, Sandro accepts his player option. Of course, we'll accept all of these. And then qualifying offers, Oshai Abaji will maybe bring him back as well. For free agency, Abaji and AJ Lawson are only free agents. And you do have some money to spend. But where I want to get better, I think, is probably by trading RJ Barrett for, I don't even know, maybe a different center. Maybe a better center. Because I like Jakob Poeltl, but I've seen him in this 2K sim. He regresses in a really bad way. So he's on a big contract, though. A lot of these guys are on big contracts. So that's why I'm going to keep IQ. I'm going to keep, well, Great Dick's going to get paid here. Jacoby Walter hopefully will develop more. Ingram is not necessarily on a big contract. Is he an expiring? I think he has an option next year, right? Yeah, he does. And then RJ Barrett's the expiring contract that I think I can get away with maybe moving on from him. Maybe trying to bring in a different 5. That's my hope right now. We're going to see if we can accomplish that idea. I'm not going to lie to you guys. As far as centers that make sense to trade for, there's not a ton of them. But I do kind of like one particular guy. Well, I was kind of interested in a couple. Like, I was open to the idea of bringing in Joel Embiid, but we know what risks that would come with. Injuries. He's going to regress, so probably won't go for him. I'm not even that big of a fan of Miles Turner, but I kind of like the idea of bringing him in just because we'd have him and Jakob Poeltl as a center rotation. And if the Bucks were going to, look, Giannis is out like for a tournament, like their future is absolutely screwed. So if we can give them RJ Barrett and we get Miles Turner in return, they get, off his contract, and I don't know, maybe we give them like a lottery protected first for next year, something like that to get Miles Turner on this team. Or we don't even have to, maybe just a straight up swap. I don't know. Like, I'm just sometimes I try to give up more than maybe is necessary to make it feel more realistic, but maybe I'm just overpaying. I don't know. But RJ Barrett for Miles Turner straight up, like if the Bucks were just going to be bad and they wanted to get younger, they get off Turner's contract entirely. We don't have to trade a first in this situation. I'm cool with the swap. They want a second. That's fine. So we'll get Miles Turner. You could argue that we should have traded a first. Maybe you think the Bucks should have traded a first, but Miles Turner is the addition. I'm not super in love with it, but I do like his fit on this team more than RJ Barrett's, basically. So I'm feeling good about that. I think it provides a little bit more spacing. I know he's kind of an overrated three-point shooter. Most people have commented to me before, but still, he provides that a little bit. So we'll take it. And then you got point guards looking good. Maybe to bring in a backup 3 for sure. We're pretty loaded to the 5 right now. So let's go sign a small forward. And I think I'll feel pretty good about going to next season. So Dosunmu is not really an actual. I'm going to give Oubre a deal. I think I don't mind Oubre. We'll go 1 year on him. Minimum contract. And Oubre will choose us. And then let's bring in Abaji back as well. Forgot about him. So bring him back too. Once we are able to get that done. So we'll go to Abaji. He should still be here. He is. We'll bring him back as well. So that's done. And I feel pretty good about that offseason. Nothing crazy, but we were pretty good last year when we were bringing a new center. So Miles Turner does regress a little bit. A lot of this roster is regressing. IQ is down. Barnes is down, which is very weird. Why is he regressing already? He's 25 years old. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry if you disagree with this, but there's no reason while Scotty Barnes at 25 years old should be regressing. Like, I'll push him back to his 85, but going down to an 83 doesn't make a lot of... Whoops, I guess I can't do it right now, but you get the point. I'm going to push him back to an 85. I think that's entirely stupid. He's 25 years old. Why is he regressing? Okay, and then CMB, also someone that we're excited about for the future, progressing too, which is nice. Maybe we're able to slide him to the 3 at 6'7". We'll find out. But let's go ahead, get in rotation for next season. We didn't do anything too crazy. Bringing another center. Him and Jakob should be a nice duo as a center rotation. We got to cut 2 guys, I guess, and then I'll see you guys with the rotation. Power rank does land us 20th overall, which isn't terrible, and this is what our rotation is going to look like going into the season. So we have IQ, Grady Dick, we got Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl, and Miles Turner as a center rotation. If they want to start Poeltl, that's fine. Jacoby Walter, Mogbo, and Oubre, so that leaves CMB still out of it right now, which we move him over to the 3. Let's see what he would move up to. He does go up, so I'm going to move him to small forward because I would like to see him play a little bit this year, and he is going to come in over... Oubre, which I think is fine. I can go with that. And then Darius is not playing just yet. We could run a 10 rotation, get him some minutes though, so maybe we'll do that, or that might put in Oubre. I don't know. But regardless, there probably will be some injuries throughout the season. I'll put him in right now, but the rotation is going to keep fixing itself as it goes on. But we'll try to get him some minutes right now. And the only other thing I wanted to look at was shot tendencies, because I know Barnes' shot tendency, I should have looked at this in year 1. It's not very high. So if we want him to turn into a stud, we'll push this up just a little bit. Maybe, maybe make him the number 1 option and all that. So we'll see how it goes. 3.5 balance. We were a playoff team last year, only 40 and 42. So I'd like to see us be over 500 this time. We'll see if that works out or not. So far, we're off to just kind of a rocky start, but maybe we get some wins under our belt and finish over 500 at the end of the season. So SGA wins MVP. Peterson's your Rookie of the Year. Giddey is your 6th man. Wemby's your DPOY. Most improved goes to Ricochet. And Steph's your clutch player. And Kidd is your Coach of the Year. Mack is your executive. And Cup MVP was Ricochet. All NBA first team: SGA, Wemby, Luka, Trae Young, and Mobley. Quite a few injuries to report in the East. All NBA second team and all NBA third team. So no Barnes or anything like that for us. But all defensive first team and all defensive second team. Nothing to really report here either. But Darren, or I guess our rookie... No, he did not. Darius did not make it in here at all as an all-rookie teamer, which kind of expected that. His minutes were probably a little, a little not consistent, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But we did end up as a team that was over 500, but our record was basically backwards. Instead of going 40 and 42, we went 42 and 40. So nothing to be overly excited about, but here were your player stats, and oh boy, we're going in super injured. So Miles Turner is out, and oh, both our centers are out. That's freaking awesome. Okay, so you had 22 from Ingram, 21 from Barnes, 15 from Miles Turner, 13 from IQ, and Miles Turner only played 29 games this season. Wow, that was a brutal trade, because that man could not stay healthy to save his damn life. 29, and IQ only played 31 as well. Grady Dick played all 82, and now he's hurt. But all right, and Jacoby Walter also played all 82. Well, here's what the rotation is going to look like. Sandro is going to be starting for us in the playoffs, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we get to play the Detroit Pistons in the play-in. So let's see how this is going to go. We're at home in Toronto. Let's see if we can get a win here and get into the actual offs, even though not sure how good it's going to go with having no 5 at all. I mean, I know Sandro's doing his job, but we lose by 1 there. It almost would be better if we're just in the lottery this year, I would think. So we play the Celtics. We have Anthony Simons. Didn't they draft Peterson? No, they drafted Boozer, but he's hurt right now for them. I mean, again, I'm not really sure I want to even be in the playoffs, to be honest, but we may get in there by default if the Celtics do lose to us, and it looks like we are going to get a win over them. So, yeah, 111 100, we're going to be the 8th seed. So, back-to-back years of being in the postseason, but it may all be for nothing. We'll have to find out. So, let's see how this is going to go. It's going to be tough. Atlanta, of course, has AJ Mitchell, Herter, Ricochet, Jalen Johnson, Okongwu. I don't know if Trae Young is hurt or if they just have, I guess it was McCollum and Daniels and Nicole Alexander Walker hurt. So they are pretty banged up. So, like, maybe we could, I mean, we're banged up too, though, as far as our center position is concerned. And so is CMB. So that's not good. We'll see how it goes. Game 1 is going to go to us. Okay, 121, 115, 32 and 12 from Ingram, 20 and 13 from Barnes. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3 is going to go to them. Oh, we probably get... Yep, they're going to take care of us from here now. Okay, so we lose in 5. So let's go ahead and see who goes on to win the championship. We got the Hawks and the Mavericks are back-to-back champions. Or no, the Knicks won last year, I think. Russ retires a Piston, McCollum's retiring a Hawk, and Vucevic is retiring a Bull. All right, for the lottery, we should be having the 15th pick again, I believe. Oh, no, 16. So the 16th pick in this draft, staff signing. I'm going to keep Darko still. So once again, we'll just try to hit on a draft pick here at pick 16. Also have 15 in the second round, so we'll see if we can get somebody good or not. It looks like I'll go ahead and take Cameron Williams here. We all saw what happened with our center position last year. He's from Kentucky at 6'11". At pick 16, welcome to the team, Cameron Williams. Don't know much about him, but I'm hoping he ends up being good. At 16th overall, he was a 73 overall. So not horrible. I mean, was there somebody I guess we could have taken? I was considering this guy as well, but decided to go with the 5. So, all right. Cameron Williams and Siobhan Abe. That's an interesting name. We'll bring him in as well. Jacoby Walter accept. Ingram does accept his player option. I am going to debate on moving him, but we'll see. I'm going to decline Maggie since we just added a new... Well, I mean... sure, I'll accept it. And then qualifying offers, Grady Dick is, well, you know, is someone we're going to be looking to resign. So he's only asked for 18 million. Abaji still just at a minimum deal. So we'll bring in Grady Dick on a nice contract. So we are a very expensive team already, by the way. Very expensive. So that is done. And now it is time to once again explore the idea of a trade. And Ingram being expiring does make me want to look into him. I'm not going to lie. I think if we find a different, better score, that would be the most ideal thing we could possibly do. CMB, maybe we start him next year, maybe we don't. I guess it just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. And then IQ, he's not going to be expiring yet, but next year he is. We'll probably move on from him next year. It's going to be clearing some of these big contracts out of here for different guys. So I like Darius's ceiling. We'll see what he becomes, but I am considering trading Ingram if the price is right. So let's go look to see if there's anything that we like for him. You know, I really don't hate this idea with the Cleveland Cavaliers of swapping Ingram for Darius Garland. I think Garland would be a nice fit, and he is 6'1", but the only thing I don't like about this trade is I have to give up CMB, which I'm not looking to do. I don't even want Jalen Tyson. I'm going to try to keep CMB out of the conversation, but an Ingram for Garland swap, I can get behind. I like the idea of it. I think the spacing would be much better, which is why, I mean, it's kind of a trade that doesn't make us much better, but I think it's just something I want to do. So let's go ahead. And then once, obviously, IQ is someone we could trade away. We can upgrade the 3, hopefully for something better. So would they just do a swap, though? They say no. They think they're a contender. So getting them to accept this is probably going to be really tough. I would like to not trade any any first-round picks if I can get away with it. So we'll offer Maggie in here as well. And let's say we do, not Cameron Williams, but Shed, I guess, maybe? Jamal Shed, I'll try to keep him. Let's see if they do it for that. No, I bet Jamal Shed gets it done, though. I'd hate to do it, but we're bringing a new point guard anyway. They do agree. So we get Darius Garland on the team, so that feels nice to have him. So Garland, IQ, and Darius. I think IQ is going to be someone I'm going to be looking to move eventually here. Our 3 becomes kind of interesting, but I'm letting CMB cook there, and then hopefully our centers will be healthy. But yeah, that's where we're at. So let's go sign a new small forward like MPJ. If he wants to sign a deal with us to kind of give us stability there, that'd be nice. We bring him in, and we'll take that. So let's go to player progression. We got Scottie Barnes up. Garland is staying up, which is good. Darius is up big. CMB is up. So we're giving CMB the freedom to be the starter next year. IQ is down, which I kind of expected. And then Jakob Poeltl and Turner are both still hurt, but both should be back soon, which is going to be big. So I like this team going into the season. I think Garland makes us better. We'll see if 2K agrees with that. We were pretty mid the last couple of seasons. Let's see if it changes at all going into next season. So here is the rotation going into next season. I forgot MPJ was signed and they want him to start, but I'm going to give CMB that full role. So I guess I can't say I want, you know, CMB to be, well, it's probably going to change throughout the season, but I'm going to play him. They're both the same overall. So Garland, Grady Dick, Colin Murray Boyles, Barnes, Miles Turner, MPJ, Darius, IQ, and Mogbo. So unfortunately, Jakob Poeltl is still out at the moment, but, or no, he's healthy. He just not, I mean, we got to play him. He's getting a lot of money. And then they're going to play someone else. But Poeltl's making a lot of money right now, so let's make sure he's playing. So Poeltl's going to get those backup center minutes, of course, and then once Turner inevitably misses some games, maybe he'll play there as well. But I feel great about this team. I think this team can make some noise. We just got to do one more thing, and that's fix this. And then, again, I got to fix this. Okay, I will see you guys at the end of this season. I have a lot of optimism about this team. I think this team could do something. Hiring guys is 13th. We'll see if it goes well or not. So at the end of year 3, things went much better than the previous 2 seasons, which I'm super excited about. Luka wins MVP in the LA jersey. We got Baba winning Rookie of the Year. We got Nate Ament 6th man. Chet is Depoy. Most improved goes Isaiah Evans. D-Books your clutch player. And Kids your coach of the year. Executive goes to panel. And Goga wins Cup MVP, averaging 6 and 9. Very interesting Cup MVP for the Celtics as well, might I add. But here's your NBA first team, NBA second, and NBA third team. So once again, no Raptors for us, but that's okay. We don't need it. And here is your all defensive first, all defensive second, and here's your all rookie team. So no Raptors either. But we do end up as the third seed in the East. So much better than previous seasons. Here are your player stats for the year. So we had 20 from Barnes, 18 from Garland, 13 from Miles Turner, 51 games this season. We might have to ship him out of here, dude. He cannot stay healthy to save his damn life. But I guess he's healthy going in. And then Jakob Poeltl also can't stay healthy, but he's day-to-day, so should be good. We got 2 injuries for CMB, so he is very upset or very injured right now. But mostly we're healthy, which is good. So no 20-point per game scores, but obviously it was super close. You got pretty good spacing from Porter, Turner. Wow, even Turner shot 39% from 3 on 4 attempts, which we'll definitely take. And then Grady Dick, 37%, and IQ, 42%. So not bad. Plenty of spacing. We got Detroit in round 1, who has Cade, Cam Thomas. That sounds like an unstoppable duo because Cam Thomas is a cheat code in 2K. RJ Barrett, he is seeking revenge for what we did to him, shipping him off to Milwaukee to go die, basically. But we got Jalen Duren, who is injured right now for the Pistons, so that's big for us. But our centers, of course, have had their health issues as well. But going in, we're pretty healthy. Other than CMB, we're pretty healthy. So let's see how this goes. Game 1 is going to go to Detroit to start things off. Not good. Let's go back to an rotation. Game 2 is also going to go to the Pistons. Game 3 is also going to go to the Pistons. And we are going to win Game 4. So we're not going to get swept. No. We're going to lose in 5. It's different. There's levels to this. But let's see if we can't get a win here. And it's looking like we may force a Game 6. Nope, we're going to get beat in 5 games. So not good. Not a good result at all. So even despite, being a better seed, it did not matter. But I still have more trades in my back pocket. Pistons do make it all the way to the finals. They lose to the Spurs, though. So I guess we lost to the team that went on to win the whole East, but still lost, right? So let's go to the lottery, and let's see what's going on here. So Charlotte, number 1. One thing we have not done is traded any first yet. That might change this offseason. Because IQ is someone I'm going to be looking at, dead in the eyes, and I might be looking to move him. I think Darko, it might be his time to go as well. We're going to fire him. I mean, losing in round 1, we're the 3rd seed. It's just unacceptable. So I'm going to go ahead and go for Quinn Snyder. I'm going to go for Tyronn Lue. More than likely, I'm not going to get a single one to accept it, though. Is there anybody else that we can go after? Chris Finch actually wouldn't be bad either, so I'll go Chris Finch. Hey, Finch will accept our deal. So Chris Finch is the new coach for the Toronto Raptors. All right, draft night, like I said, something was going to change here, and I'm looking to trade IQ. He's on a big $32 million expiring contract. We don't need this much depth at point guard. I like him, but if we can trade him for, I don't even know what I'm looking for in particular. I think the biggest upgrade is the center position because Turner and Jakob refuse to stay healthy, so get these 2 out of here, or at least one of them out of here. We go for a different 5. That's my goal. The only center that has my attention is Alperen Sengun, to be completely honest with you. Everyone else is just on too small of a contract, or it just doesn't really do it for me. So the Rockets were bad last year, and I'm going to see if we can bark up their tree and bring in Sengun here. I'm not sure I love it technically, but he is the best center we could possibly go get at the moment. The other one would be Zubac, but I do know there could be some regression, and he's only making $9 million. So it's going to be really hard to convince him to just take IQ's big 30, contract. So, whoops, I just unplugged. I might have just, hold on. I got to fix my mic. All right, so yeah, I accidentally kicked the cord on my microphone, but it seems like we're back. So I'm going to talk to the Rockets about Sengun. We're going to see if we can make something happen here. So I'm going to be offering them IQ as the big expiring for them, I guess. And then maybe I'm going to offer Cameron Williams, which honestly might be excited about his potential as well. But if I'm getting Mogba, we could throw in here. And then this is where we got to, maybe throw some firsts at them. So 28, 20, 30, and maybe I'll just stick with that. And if Cameron Williams would get the deal done, I have to consider it because we'll still have Jakob Poeltl and potentially Miles Turner as depth if they accept their damn player options, which there is definitely a possibility. Wow, this actually might be too much money invested in the center position. But man, I mean, we'll find a way. We'll find a way to fix it. That was almost too easy, but we got Alperen Şengün. So Şengün is our brand new 5-man. We got Barnes, Garland, Şengün, Grady Dick, CMB. I like this rotation a lot. Now we got to dump Miles Turner somewhere else as well. So that we'll be looking to get cheaper there because we can't keep everybody. So let's go to player options. Let's see what we got going on here. So Miles Turner, of course, accepts, and we'll accept this guy as well. But Turner is going to be shipped to Mars or something because I do not want him here anymore. So let's go see. I'm just going to trade him for whatever makes us cheaper because we are too expensive at the center position right now. Wonder if the Pacers want their old pal back. They're going to be sending me Aaron Nesmith and a unprotected first. I can get down with that. He goes back to where he belongs. So we'll do this trade. It makes us cheaper. That's what I wanted to do. So Miles Turner is back to the Pacers. And now we basically have no depth at the guard spots, but we have depth at center and we have depth at the 3 with Nesmith. But we also should have, do we have a free agent to worry about? We have a few. So Walter, Garland's a big one too, which we're obviously going to re-sign him. Thankfully, he's not asking for too much money. So we're actually in a good spot right now. So I'm going to give him a deal. Baji, I'm going to continue to keep bringing back. And Jacoby Walter, I'm going to bring him back too. So Walter's getting an offer sheet. We're going to match it though. No brainer there. So that's done. So bring those guys all back and just focus on bringing this depth back into the mix. So Darius Garland. And then you got, but I just realized we have 2 Dariuses on the team. That's cool. So Walter, Grady Dick, depth at the 3, which we're good with that. So we just need to bring in some power forward depth and maybe another guard. So power forward and a guard, let's go for that. So we got Cameron Johnson, Chris Murray. I'll bring in Chris Murray. I don't love Chris Murray, I'm not going to lie, but I'll bring him in anyway. And then we need another guard. So I'm going to go for... What has Hood Schifino done for us lately? 43% from 3. All right, I'm down for that. Let's get some Hood Schifino in this mix. And then do we get Chris Murray as well? We do. And then give me Cam Johnson. I know he's probably going to regress, but we'll do that. And we can renounce this trade exception. Okay, we're good now. Let's go to player progression. We got CMB not moving, which kind of sucks. Not going to lie, but it is what it is. So we got Şengün and Barnes as our front court. Grady Dick, Garland. Darius is up to an 83, which is nice. CMB did not move at all, which I was kind of hoping he would. Unfortunately, he does not. We do have Cameron Williams over here. But, you know, he's going to be the new backup center. So I'm glad we didn't move him. And then Jakob Poeltl is going to just, you know, play when he's needed. And he couldn't stay healthy anyway. So probably better that he won't be needed full time. So we're going to go into this next season hoping that we are a contender in the East. I think we have a good enough roster to potentially win the whole thing, but it's just a matter of it all coming together. And of course, as usual, we got to make it there healthy. So we'll see if that happens. Rotationally, I like what I see going to the season. We got Garland, we got Grady Dick, we got CMB, Scotty Barnes, Şengün, Darius, Hood Schifino, Aaron Nesmith, and Jacoby Walter. And then you still have depth down here if needed. So it looks like if we run 10 deep, I think Cameron Williams would get that last spot in the rotation, and he does. So we'll do that for the regular season. And then what else did I want to look at? Shots indices as well. So Barnes is still super high. Şengün is going to score. He's going to score a bit, and Garland's going to score a bit. And Darius, I'll maybe push his touch indice down just a tad bit. So something like that. And proficiency could be better at balance. So we'll move this to balance and run that instead of 7 seconds. Chris Finch, please work your magic. I like to see this team as a legitimate contender. We were the 3rd seed last year, but we were frauds. So I'm hoping to not be fraudulent this year. We'll see if my expectation pays off. But hey, so far we're off to a rough start, but we're getting some wins. So we might turn this around. So Luka on the other side of LA wins MVP in a Clippers uniform. We got Ezekiel winning Rookie of the Year. Mikael Brown is your 6th man in Portland. Wemby's your DPOY. Collins is your most improved. He's balling there in Houston. They needed that. And then that was okay. The band's a clutch player, kids coach of the year, and Joshua Burgess is your executive. And Şengün did win Cup MVP for us, 21 and 13. Great to see that. Peterson on the Wizards broke his left leg. We got Şengün making an All-NBA first team for us, so I'm feeling good about that. 26 years old. I'm gonna be honest though, like the trade was okay, but maybe was a little too unrealistic for this series, but it's already done. Nothing I can do now. Barnes made All-NBA third team as well, which is great. But yeah, I mean, I loved, like I said, there was only one center that made sense for IQ's contract and a rebuilding set that was like a Team Intel rebuilding, and it was the Rockets. So I don't regret it. I think it's gonna be, you know, fun to have him here with a first in the East. Unfortunately, Barnes was hurt, which we saw, and oh my gosh, our whole starting 5 is hurt. CMB is going to be back, though, thankfully. And Garland is also out right now. And he only averaged 14 points per game this season, so he was just kind of an afterthought. Gradick with 12. He only played 44 games. And, all right, well, thankfully we're the first seed, so we might get some weaker competition at the 9th seed, but we are definitely not very healthy at the moment. Chris Murray is going to be starting playoff games for us. That sounds horrible. I'm not going to lie. I'd rather die. I'm going to be honest. That just sounds stupid. I don't want to start Chris Murray, but I don't think we have a choice. Okay, we got the Washington Wizards. So we have Cole Anthony, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Alex Sarr. I mean, you know, Giannis and Sarr is definitely intimidating, but outside of that, it looks like they got rid of their whole young core. Peterson being hurt is big for us too, because if we had to deal with him, with Giannis and Alex Sarr, we might be in trouble. But considering they don't have Peterson, we might be able to get away with this. But let's see how it goes. Game 1 does go to us 99-79. 21 from Şengün. Chris Murray only played 14. And, you know, he didn't do anything too bad. As a Blazers fan, Chris Murray has just not been very good for us, offensively anyway. So, yeah, that's why I'm not the biggest fan of his. But it looks like Barnes is already back. What? I thought he was out for a while. Thankfully, he's back. He's playing. Okay, so we don't have to start Chris Murray anymore, which feels nice. Sorry, Murray, no disrespect, but game 3. So far, we're good. We're literally blowing them out. That was literally, they put up 64 in a playoff game. How embarrassing. We get to play the Pacers now, which we shipped Miles Turner back there. And I didn't get to see what offensively we were. So offensively, we weren't that great, number 10. But defensively, it looks like we might have been number 1, and we were. So defense, of course, wins championships. So that's what we're here for. Indiana, though, they got Halley, they got Nembhard, and of course, Miles Turner back in a Pacers jersey just makes sense. Kel Wilson, Jarris Walker, Brian Claxton, Ayo Dosunmu, and Dylan Mingo Young. Game 1 does go to us 119-13. We swept the Wizards, and if we can get out of here pretty quick, that would be nice. So far, Barnes is back again. I guess he got hurt again. Garland we haven't even had for the playoffs just yet. So, and then thankfully we have the other Darius though, because he's stepping up big time. It's like we're not even missing a beat right now. So feeling good about that. Game 3, 3-0. So far we have not lost a game in the East at all. And okay, we spoke too soon. We beat them in 5. Now for the Hawks, who I think eliminated us earlier. So let's see if we can get some revenge. Peyton Pritchard, Lopez, Riche Daniels, and Khalil Ware, Jalen Johnson. It's a good team, man. It really is. They are missing, don't they? No, I guess they didn't have a lottery. Maybe they don't have anybody. Well, maybe not. Okay, so I was done. Wonder if they had Boozer or anybody like that. I guess they took Lopez instead. So he ended up being the 5th pick for them. All right, that makes sense. So Toronto, Atlanta, we are getting Garland back as well. So we got healthy. Everyone is healthy. No injuries to report right now. We're going in healthy here in the conference finals. So game 1 does go to Atlanta though. Game 2, wow, they're going to beat us pretty easily like that. Come on now. Let's see if we can't win on the road. They took both road games. Now it's hopefully our turn, but wow, no, this isn't even going to be close. We are going to lose in 4 to the Hawks. Damn, bro. It's like that. Okay, we win game 4, so maybe we win game 5 and everything's all handy dandy, but it's looking like the Hawks will take care of business here unless we close the gap here late. And no, 98-82. So I thought we had it there put all together, and the Hawks just going to win it all. I guess they were just way too good. Riche is a stud, Finals MVP. They got it done. All right, well, I'm going to run it back again with this roster. I think the potential is there. Unfortunately, ran into a super hot Hawks team, but I'm going to keep this core together is what my hope is, because we were just, you know, maybe not, we were definitely games away, but we made it to the conference finals, which is good. Keeping Finch as well. We can add whoever we want through the draft at this point. That was a late pick that we had. So we get Freddie Green at 29. Şengün accepts player option, so don't have to worry about re-signing him right now. Kim Williams, maybe he develops more. CMB, I'd like to see you jump up a little bit if you can. That would be nice to see. So he is going to, and Abaji's been someone we've been clinging on to the whole video. Probably will move on from him finally now, because he just isn't moving it overall at all. Okay, Trey Murphy sitting here though for us, which is wild. So we're good at guard, especially, oh yeah, Walter. I was confusing him for somebody else. So Walter, Aaron Nesmith. So again, just need a power forward and a yeah, just a power forward, and we'll be good. So Trey Murphy, or we could bring in Bobby Portis. I guess give me Trey Murphy, right? Add some floor space into the team. Just kidding, goes to the Knicks instead. Okay, we'll bring in Bobby Portis on a minimum then. I don't know how good he'll be, but we'll bring him in anyway. And we can bring in Vassell instead of Trey Murphy. So we'll see if that goes well, and it does. All right, we'll be running this team back. CMB, you got anything for us? No, he's going to stay an 81 overall. But Cameron Williams is up to an 81, so gives us a really good backup center. Do got some other guys regressing, which kind of sucks, but to be expected. So let's go ahead, get into this potential final season, and let's see if it's all going to click for us this year. Cooper Flag wins MVP. Tony is your rookie of the year. Cameron Williams is your sixth man. You got Cooper Flag, D point, and Cameron Williams also wins most improved. So he is balling. So that feels good that we got him late in the first round. Here is your All-NBA first team. All-NBA second. Alperen Şengün again makes it on here. Does Barnes make an appearance? Not this time around. Ricochet is hurt. So, I mean, if we run into them early, which we probably won't, we are, again, the second seed in the East. Atlanta's the first seed. So that's the team to worry about for us. Player stats, you had 19 from Barnes, 18 from Şengün, 16 from Garland, 12 from Grady Dick, who's torn his ACL and out for the season, so that's fantastic. Vassell is also hurt, so Aaron Neesmith also hurt, but he's going to be day-to-day. So who we starting at the two guard right now? I guess it's Hood Schifino. Okay, well, it is what it is. Can't really do much about it. Grady Dick's out for the season. So in round one, we'll be playing the Charlotte Hornets, who have LaMelo Ball, Miller. Oh, gosh, this is a very scary 7 seed we're getting, but hopefully, oh man, I can already see the writing on the wall. We're gonna even it up though. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. Okay, hold on. Maybe we're good. Okay, we beat them in 5. That was a little scary, but we get to play the Detroit Pistons. So that was pretty easy, a lot easier than I thought it would be. And we got out pretty healthy too, so that's good. Okay, now for the Detroit Pistons, who have Brandon McCoy. They lost Cade, or he's hurt right now. Yeah, he's hurt. I mean, we got to take advantage then. No Cade Cunningham, we got to win this series. If we lose, I'm never playing 2K again. So he is out for the season, it looks like. Yeah, he's out. So we got to win this series pretty easily. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. Yeah, this is just too easy. So we beat them in 4. Atlanta, they do have Ricochet back, and they added Reed Shepherd. So, I mean, they're going to be tough, and I'm expecting to see them here. And they did own us last year, so they may own us again. We got Dallas and LA on the other side. Let's go 8-man rotation here, and let's bring our best efforts here against Atlanta. So Vassell is going to start. Wait, who's hurt now? CMB, or Hood Schifino is out, I guess. And Grady Dick, of course, is still out. Wish I had him right now, but nothing I can do about it. So Barnes, Şengün, Garland, and Darius and Cameron Williams are all going to have to step up. Atlanta, they look pretty healthy, man. They don't have any injuries, I don't think. So they're going to be very tough to deal with here. They are pretty, yeah, they're basically healthy, other than Khalil Ware, I guess, is playing through a bruised right heel. Okay, let's simcast game 1, and let's see if we have what it takes to go out here on the road and win game 1. Well, we're off to a good start in this game, but can we hang on to the lead? They beat it. Oh, we're going to blow it. No, we won game 1. So game 1 does go to us. We win game 2 as well, though. Let's see. So we're going to go on the road again. They won both road games last time. Let's see if we can return the favor and do it this time around. It's gonna be not going well. Maybe we close the gap. No, 100 to 106. It was a close game. Fortunately, not meant to be. CMB is back, so that's good. Do have some guys kind of gassed right now, which does suck, but we're at the point where everyone's just got to play. And then I guess Barnes is also hurt, but we got to win at home here. They have the lead right now, and they may take this first home game from us, which is just not good unless we take it at the end, and we do not. 113 to 110. Barnes still had 25 despite the injury. We got to win game 4, or we're just done for here. So game 4 against the Hawks. Can we take the lead here and tie the series? Have the lead right now. Just don't let them back in the game, and we will tie the series. So we are still alive. Grady, I need you now more than ever. I know you're out for the season, but if you want to miraculously come back, I would not hate it. So he is still, yeah, he tore his ACL. He should not be back. This has food poisoning day to day. What are you eating, man? So it's a tied series. All right, we got Dallas on the other side. Big game 5 on the road in Atlanta. If we win this would put us in a prime position to win the series. Go back home. Come on, man. Dig deep. Keep this lead. Do not blow it. Looks like we have this, and we will go up 3-2. So 28-12, 22-9. Just got to win game 6. That's all I'm asking for. Just give me a game 6 victory. We have a finals appearance. Come on. Game 6 at home in Toronto, Atlanta. And they may have some injuries. I haven't even checked their team, but looks like we have the lead right now. Just don't blow this. And we will beat them in 6, 101 and 112. I wonder if they had any injuries to worry about. But we get to play the Mavericks in the finals. So let's see the Hawks. Did they have anybody injured throughout that series? Yeah, they did lose some guys, but it wasn't like Ricochet or anything. So, I mean, we beat them pretty clean. All right, Dallas. They have Kyrie Irving, Quinn Grimes, Jarrett Allen, Bub Carrington, Cooper Flag. Siakam is there. They got anybody, Washington, and Casey Wallace as well. Okay, well, it should be a tough series, but I feel like we have the ability to potentially take them out, but we'll see. Jacoby Walters is going to start, and game 1 does go to Dallas. Now it's time for game 2 at home. Again, we lost game 1, but Dallas, of course, is a different beast than the 2K26 sim. But we made we took the lead for like half a second, and then they were just like, nope, took it back. Okay, so CMB is back though, so that might be helpful, but unfortunately for us, we don't have Grady Dick still. So can we take a 1 game here on the road in Dallas? Was looking good, but we're gonna lose, and we're down 3-0. The finals may be our peak, unfortunately, so let's see if we can't come back from 3-0. Maybe we get a game here and start to make things interesting, but we've had a lead in the games and we just have blown them every time, and it looks like that's no different here. So we're gonna lose 88-97 in the NBA finals and fall short of our goal of bringing a championship to Toronto, but that's just reality. Unfortunately, Şengün also got hurt in that series, and we just did not have Grady Dick, so, and then CMB got hurt too. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. We got it to the finals, but unfortunately fell flat. I feel good about the team we threw together. Fortunately, did not pay off, but thank y'all for watching. I will see y'all in the next video. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Okay, I lied. I decided to run it back one more time, so I hope you didn't click off the video just yet, but here were your player stats. So we are going in with some more injuries though, which does really suck, but we do have Grady Dick at least healthy this time around, and he averaged 12 points per game on 37 games played, so not a ton of play time from him, but we'll just have to roll with what I mean. Barnes and Garland are still going to play through the injuries though, so at least we have them. So I did decide to run it back one more time. We get Boston in round 1, who have Meyer. They got Drake Powell, or Mayer I should say, with Jaylen Brown, Tatum, and Boozer at the center position, and Turner. This looks like a tough 7 seed, but we're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. 2-1, 3-1, and we beat them in 5, beat them in 6. Yeah, so we're on to the second round. A little terrified by that seed that we got there, but hey, we're on to the second round. Atlanta's on the other side too, and Miami is our matchup right now. We have Bupkin, Charlie McDaniels, Bam. Do they have any star that's hurt right now? Tyler Hero's injured for them. So 1-0. They even it up. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. Do we get back to the conference finals? Not yet. We do now. So Atlanta and, of course, Dallas on the other side. All right. So we got Dallas and OKC, and we get Atlanta in the conference finals, which I'm already not feeling too confident in this one. Oshifino and Grady Dick, of course, is out again. So that's kind of annoying, but I guess he's not out for the season. Game 1 does go to Atlanta. Here it goes. Wait, we even it up maybe? Yes, we do. We're not dead yet. Hold on. Hold the phone. I was ready to think, hey, we're probably out, but we're not yet. Can we come out here and win game 5? It's looking good at the moment. Just got to hang on to this lead. We may own the Atlanta Hawks now. They may have got us that first year, but we are back in business. Grady Dick is also back. We win game 6. Yes, we can. We're back in the finals. Dallas again, though, and they are looking pretty good around Cooper Flag. So have my doubts here. We're down 1-0. Yep, this was just a big old waste of time. So, yeah, Dallas, unstoppable. Thank you. I'm going to end it there for real this time. We got back to the finals again, but Dallas is inevitable. This is Crushables. Now I'm being for real. I'm saying peace.